You see here, this is the fire alarm. Okay. Now what you have to do is, see, you have many manufacturer. Okay. Uh, you take, you try to understand the functions or how it is working. Okay. So first task for you to is, this is task. Okay. Serial number. What is the first task you need to have for the fire alarm system? You need to understand the working principle, how it is working. Okay, not only for fire alarm, it can be any product. Okay, whatever the product you are taking, first you have to understand the working principle, how it is working. Even if you take laptop or a mobile phone or a television or a vehicle, automobile vehicle, okay, even the chopping board, what we have discussed. Whatever it is, so the first step is you need to understand the working principle of the product. Okay, this is the first important criteria. What is the second one? I am looking at the product. Okay, this is the product. First, I will understand how it is working. Working principle, I will understand. And then I will be understanding the parts, different parts of the product, basically. What are the different parts you have? See, when you see, assume that we are human beings. Okay, first you need to understand how our human body or human structure it is working. What is the working principle? We have a heart, we have a lungs, okay, we have a liver, we have a kidney, we have a heart, lungs, pancreas, okay, intestine, small intestine, large intestine we have, okay. We have a ear, nose, tongue, eyes, ears, head, brain, left brain, right brain. Okay, so we have different parts. Similarly, the product, whatever the product you take, you need to understand what are the different parts the product is having. Okay, first just a product, just a name alone. Okay, next you have to understand the function of each. What is the function of each part? Okay, it is not for file alarm. You decide whatever the thing you want to decide. Okay, this is for a general product. Okay, I will mention as a product. Okay, see, you take any product. First, you need to understand how it is working. Or before that, I will tell. Still, you need to understand the working principle. First, you need to understand the application of where it is being applied. Application. What is the application of the product? That is the first task. What is the application of the product? Next, what you have to understand is the working principle. How even I can say still working principle is also you can take it. First, you need to understand what is the application of the product. Next, what are the different parts which is the product. Then you need to understand the functions. What is the function of each and every part of the product. Next, you have to understand the overall working principle. Overall working principle. Okay. You have to understand the overall working principle of the product. Next, how it is working. Next comes, you can also take some of the benchmark study. Or what you can do is, if your product is less cost, say for example, if it is affordable, okay, what you can do is you can do the tear down. You can do the tear down of the down of the product. Okay. Then understand the process. Process means the manufacturing process. Understanding the manufacturing process and materials. What is the material being used? Is it going to be the steel or plastic or aluminum? What material it is going to get used? Okay. Next, you have to understand the process. Then what you have to do is you can also understand the tear down. When you do the tear down, you can also understand the dimensions also you can take. You can take one some. You can take a scale or a meter where means or a measuring device where you can measure the length, breadth, height. Even you can get some instruments to measure the thickness as well. Okay, dimensions to be measured. This will help you to understand. These are the different ways. Then what else? Okay, what else you can do? It is like a doctor. Okay, so you know what doctors will do is they will understand the different parts of the body, then they will understand the different functions of the different part in the human body, then they will understand how it is working. See, whenever they go for any study, basically the freshers or who is doing internship, like right, what they do is they do the some of the tear down, which means they take the human body of the person who already died or they will be keeping it and they will be understanding how the structure is there inside. Okay, they will understand each and every part. They will understand everything. They will understand uh, uh, the complete structure. What is there? Okay, and even they will also see they will understand completely. Similarly, you also need to understand your product. It can be any product. Okay, so suppose if you take laptop, you cannot do the tear down of the laptop because it costs more. Okay, so what you can do is you can take some simple part where you can do the tear down. Okay, and you can see. Okay, and then this will help you to understand the manufacturing process. Okay, you know the manufacturing process, right? What are all the different manufacturing processes? You know, can someone tell different manufacturing process? Okay, let me tell. You have casting, you have forging, you have sheet metal, you have injection molding machines, right? So these are all the different process, and accordingly the material will also be there. Suppose if you go for injection molding, you need to select the plastic grade material. Okay. So if you go for a casting material, then accordingly you need to select the aluminum or steel cast the material casting material grade basically. If you are going for a sheet metal, then you have to select the sheet material grades. Okay. Then you need to measure the dimensions. This will help you to understand when you're going for a tear. Next important thing is you need to go for a benchmark. What is benchmark meaning, you know? Can anyone tell the meaning of benchmark? Okay. I will tell you what is the meaning of benchmark. Okay. You know the laptop, right? The product is going to be a laptop. And let us take a vehicle also, a car. Okay, basically car. I can take a mobile phone also. These are the products. Now, when I say laptop, who are all the manufacturer available across the globe? You have Dell, you have HP, who else? Lenovo, right? What are the different manufacturers you have for a laptop? Please open the mouth and reply. So Am I audible or not? Yeah, I am not on mute, hopefully. Yes. You have Mahindra. What say for example you have Hyundai.
Toyota.
Wow, Govind.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're back.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're back with full energy.
Yes. No. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because first ball itself we made a very direct six, no stroke.
Okay.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I was asking you. Yeah, good. You said Toyota. Okay, Toyota is a very good company. Yeah. Okay. And when you take mobile phone, you know better than me. Okay. Samsung, Yo, oh, Apple iPad, Apple. Is this okay? Or even laptop also you have the Apple, right? Yeah. Okay. See, what is the meaning of benchmark? Benchmark means you need to compare one product with the other product. Say, for example, if you are from Dell company, what you will be doing is you will be comparing your product, the tier one product, with the tier one product of HP, Lenovo, Apple, or how they manufacture it, how their keys look, how your keys look, how their keyboards look, your keyboard looks, how their monitor looks, and how your monitor looks. Okay, what is their efficiency? What is your efficiency? Okay, what is their warranty? What is your warranty? Like this, even similarly, the communication also. You see, nowadays we are using different application for the meeting purpose also, right? What are the different ways of communication or the meetings? Okay, now we are in Zoom meeting, right? So we are using Zoom meeting. So there are different meetings are there. You have Microsoft Teams. Okay. Then what else? Govind, please answer. What are other
iPromo.
what?
iPromo, sir.
iPromo.
Yes, sir.
I was not aware of it. Anyway, thanks for that iPromo. Okay.
Promo, sir, not promo.
iChrome. Chromo.
No, sir. IPOMO.
iPromo. Okay. But first time I'm hearing.
And then Cisco WebEx.
Okay, WebEx. Yeah. This is yeah, WebEx. Yeah.
Google
Yeah.
Meet,
Can you repeat?
Google Meet.
Wow. Excellent. Who answered?
Sandhya, sir.
Wow. You made you also direct. You also like going. Google Meet. Okay, good. Okay, good. See, when you take Zoom, we are in Zoom, right? So you can also do it like this. This is just I'm telling for your understanding purpose. Okay. See, you have some restrictions also. Like, say for example, um, you have some limit, right? Some time limit will be there. If it is not paid, if it is paid, it is okay. So what is the time limit? The meeting will get over by 40 minutes, right? You cannot continue the meeting if you are using the free what is this? Free means normal version. But if you're going for a paid version, then you can use unlimited times. Okay. Same WebEx is also having the same time limit. Okay, it can be say, but I don't know the timings, but yes, it say for example, assume that is also having 40 minutes. You have Google Meet, okay, where you don't have the time limit, right? If you have the Google account, you can it's unlimited. Okay, it's a freely you can use it anytime, unlimited. Okay, see, our meeting will not get cancelled after 40 minutes. We can also continue because I have an account in the Zoom. Okay, so that's why it is not coming in the free version. Otherwise, what happens? Again, we have to log in, right? So this is one drawback that we have. Coming back the other ways, okay. We can. What about screen sharing option? Okay, criteria. Okay, when I say criteria, before this you need to have one word as criteria. Criteria. Okay. Criteria. So what is the first criteria? Criteria is time limit. What is the second criteria? What is the second criteria? It can be uh, the number of participants. How many can attend? Okay, again, this is going to be some limit will be there, right? But better when compared to the numbers, maybe you can join here. 100 people can join. Webhooks also can. You have unlimited, but again, this is also going to be if it is free, you have some limit again. Okay, if you have paid, you have some limit. Okay, even in Zoom also you have some limit. Okay, I was not. I know Microsoft Teams, but even this is also free. We can also use it unlimited time. But again, mostly the corporate people are using this. Corporate means the companies. Company people they use unlimited. It is good for uh, corporate people. Microsoft Teams. Okay, video option. I think video option is available all in all the application. Okay. But again, even in sometimes what happens, the clarity of the video, okay, even those also matters. But yeah, even considering that, this is one of the benchmark idea, okay. Then what else? The audio, okay, screen sharing option, okay. So which is best one? You need to compare in that way, okay. Whether screens can be shared multiple ways. You have many things, and you also have some breakout rooms. You know, breakout rooms. It is there available in Zoom, but this is not available in Microsoft Teams or I don't WebEx. I don't know. In Google Meet, it also is not available. Yeah. Now, what is the meaning of breakout rooms? Now, now you have seven people, seven members. Sorry, seven. Yeah, seven are there. Okay. So you have Aishwarya, Amruta, Govind, Nidhi, then Sayada, Sandhya, Vasita. Totally seven members are there. Suppose if I want to divide into three groups, okay, each having two members. One team is having three members. Okay. What I will be doing is I have the option of breakout rooms where I will create the breakout rooms. Okay. And I can also discuss individually with all the three teams with the help of the Zoom. Okay. So if I want to discuss with first team, I can go to that link and then I can join that. If I want to go to the second one, I can use the second one, and I can go to the third one at a time. So I can use it in that way, breakout rooms. But that is not there in the case of the other application, as far as I know. So this is one advantage. Okay. Uh, so like this, you need to do some comparison. Okay, and again, you also need to see the cost of what is the cost involved, the cost, and what else, cost and function. When I say function, what is the function involved? Function means meeting your expectation. What is see, function is going to be different. It will vary from person to person. Some people they do not want this breakout rooms. Okay, this becomes unnecessary for them. For somebody, they don't even want the screen sharing out. Okay, they want only the, even they do not want a video. You see, now we are not using video, right? For us the video is not unnecessary. Breakout room is also unnecessary, and number of participant is very less, no? So say for example, even that is also 10, we are not going for maybe 100 or 1000 or like that. Okay, so even it is also not an issue. But we are going for a screen share, and if you want to go with the free cost version, okay, where uh, we don't want to purchase, then we can take a 40 minutes free trial free version of Zoom. um, Even that is also comes free of cost. Okay, so it means I can use the Zoom even by sharing the screen with the zero cost. Only the cost involved for using Zoom is the internet cost. Okay, function is achieving all the things, achieving the requirement. Similarly, when you do the analysis for your product, laptop, car, what does you want? Okay, first you need to understand the criteria. First you need to fill the criteria. Okay, if you go for a criteria of a car, you have the airbag, seat belt, but those things are very necessary. Okay, some things you cannot do. And you have very different criteria. You can go with either automatic transmission, manual transmission, or you can have electric vehicle, you have gasoline vehicle, you have, see when you are selecting a vehicle, let be vehicle, okay, you have various criteria. What is the criteria? See, first you will select based on the number of people want to do the journey. Is it going to be 7-seater or 10-seater or 4-seater, 5-seater, 7-seater? Okay, and accordingly you select the variant as well. Okay, and you also select considering the comfort. Okay, and economy, fuel economy, mileage. Okay, you have many criteria. What else? Yeah, can someone tell what are the other criteria you look when you're buying the vehicle? You can take two-wheelers also into account. What are the things consider? Safety. Safety in the sense, safety is generic thing, generic term, but even sense. Yeah, please reply with answers.
Type of transmission.
What?
Type of transmission, sir. And
Oh,
number of
wow.
wheels.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Good, good. Who answered?
Sandhya, sir.
Wow. What is the name? Type of transmission? Okay, what type of transmission? So I think mostly you will be, most of you who are new to vehicle, they will be preferring in the automatic transmission. Who already using the vehicle, they will be preferring the manual. And especially for a place like Bangalore, we will be always preferring the automatic transmission, right? Because the traffic is too huge. Even the type of vehicle also important. What type of vehicle you want? Whether you want a gas petrol vehicle or a diesel vehicle or a gas or a LPG CN or a LPG CNG, what type of you want? Or you also have one more important thing called electric vehicle, or you also have hybrid electric vehicle. Like this, you have variants, lot of choice you have. But again, what you need to understand your requirements. Okay. Yeah. Now, these are the things when you are buying that you do the benchmark accordingly. See now, as far as this is the one before you go for a purchase of a vehicle. But now, being a company, okay, what you do is you take brake, you take engine, you take transmission. Okay, what are the different parts you have there, right? you have tires, you have seats. I'm just taking very simple example. Seats. What else? What else? Window or yeah, doors. You have one doors, window. Then what else? Glass, mirror. Okay, glass, front glass, rear glass. Light. You have headlight, rear. Okay. See now when you're doing a benchmark, how this is there, how the different companies using. Okay, suppose if you are working in a company called Tata, what you will be doing is you will be doing the benchmark with other company, how they do, and accordingly you can also reduce the cost without affecting the function. This is the benchmark. Okay. Then what else? When you do benchmark, when you do the tear down, this will help you to understand some ideas as well. You can create some ideas uh, to go for a low cost uh, product. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. And now next is going to be the idea generation. Idea generation is outcome. Okay. This is an outcome which will come when you understand all these things. You can create ideas considering the benchmark and considering the manufacturing process, materials. Okay. So all these things you can consider. This idea generation is the outcome. Whatever you have shown, no, some of the chopping board, that is product what you're going to manufacture is coming out from idea generation. And it's not only idea generation. You have to implement the ideas. See, I can think of anything, okay, but you have to implement the ideas. The idea generation is just an idea which is getting generated. Whereas implementing the ideas is the one where you are going to do it practically and you are going to implement it. See, I can collect thousands of ideas to engine to reduce the cost or increase the performance. But this only if these ideas, whatever you have generated, it needs to implement. Then only you get outcome or the profit or uh, uh, the objective you will be meeting, right? So you have to implement ideas. This is also important. And these are the things that you need to look. Now, the assignment what I want to give to you is you take one product. Okay, the product I will just currently I have identified as a fire alarm system. Okay, so when you take the fire alarm system as a product, then you need to understand where it's been applied. Okay, what are the different parts which is there in the fire alarm system? What is the function of each and every part? But how it is working of the fire alarm system? See, you need to understand. Even you can also need to understand what will be the cost of the fire alarm system. Okay, so you can check what will be the cost. Even the cost also you can check. You can check the cost. Even the cost comparison also you can do. What is the cost of the Tata vehicle? What is the cost of Mahindra vehicle? Like that, you can see what is the cost involved for the competitor also. Okay, basically I can see. I can include one more thing before going for a tier one product. You understand who is the competitor. Competitor. Okay, who competitor means what? The market. Who are there in the market? Okay, competitor. I instead of saying competitor, so I will not say that here is competitor because you are not. We are here. We are going. We are analyzing it. Okay, so instead of competitor, what I'm going to do is different manufacturer. Okay, different manufacturer of the product. Different manufacturer are competitor, but basically it's also is competitor. But again, here we don't have, see, we are not working in Mahindra, or we are not working in Tata, we are not working in Samsung, Vivo. So that's why now we are taking as a different manufacturer. Okay, suppose after graduation, if Govind is working in Apple company, then what he will say is, he will be saying that my competitors are Oppo, Vivo, Samsung, like that he will tell. Okay, and suppose if Nidhi is working in a company Samsung, he will be telling that I belongs to Samsung and my competitors are so and so. And when we are generally analyzing the product, what we do is we take it as a different manufacturer as the task. Suppose if you are working in some other company, say for example, apart from Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, Apple, if you are working in some other company, okay, who are not manufacturing the mobile phone, okay, but that particular company, maybe you can take my own organization, or you can um, take value pick, okay. Suppose if my company wants to manufacture the mobile phone, then what I will be doing is, currently I'm not manufacturing the mobile phone, right? So what I will be telling is, I will be understanding the benchmark of the Samsung, Vivo. That is where I will tell as a different manufacturer, okay, not a competitor, because I am not manufacturing the product, right? So this is the difference that you need to understand. Or even suppose if somehow the company, if they want to enter, even you have the Amazon, you have Flipkart, okay. Let us say Amazon, okay. Amazon is basically they don't have they deliver the mobile phones, but they do not manufacture, right? Suppose if they want to enter into manufacturing of mobile phones, then they will also say as different manufacturer, not a competitor. Okay, so these are the things that normally you need to look into it. And okay, maybe separate again still. You have the delivery companies. Okay, the product or delivery companies. Okay. You have Amazon, Flipkart. What are the other company you have apart from Amazon, Flipkart? Any other thing you know? Hello, because I know only these two company. Um, Okay, suppose if I can take an example of some of the car manufacturing company, okay, or the non delivery companies, okay. Let us take an example of a Mahindra. You know, Mahindra is a car or the automobile manufacturing company. Suppose if they want to enter into this field, what they will do is they will tell these are the different they will not tell their competitor, but they will have this as they will tell this as these are the different delivery companies. They will have this as a benchmark, and they will also try to set up some of their strategies. Okay. Okay. Then what is next? Other things. But after this, the very important thing is costing is very important. Okay. What is the cost of engine? What is the cost of transmission? What is the cost of tire? What is the cost of seats? What is the cost of door? What is the cost of glass? Okay. That is where you need to understand. That is very big task. A very big task basically. Costing is a big one. Okay. Suppose when you're taking the benchmark, cost itself is a benchmark. This comes very important when you're going for a high generation. where, say for example, when you are using the materials like plastic, what is the per gram cost of plastic, and what is the per gram cost of aluminum? What is the per gram cost of magnesium? What is the per gram cost of cast iron? What is the per gram cost of steel? Okay. At the same time, see here, you are not only going to compare the cost, but you also need to ensure that the material what we are going to select should meet the function. Okay, so meet the function here is, you know, I can manufacture my mobile phone casing. You know, casing is nothing but the protective part, right? So I can use it with different material. I can go for either plastic or I can go for aluminum. I see which is the least minimum cost, which will also take care of a function. Okay, what is the purpose of the casing? The purpose of the casing is to prevent damage when it is getting fall down, or it is when it is getting dropped by mistake. Okay, or when it is hit by mistake with low force. Of course, when we are hitting the mobile with high force, you cannot prevent the failure, but again, it helps you to reduce the impact basically. So you need to look at that aspect. Okay, what is the cost involved with respect to per gram? Okay, even the dimensions, what I was telling, length, breadth, height, width, thickness. You can reduce the length. When you reduce the length, what happens? The volume gets reduced. Okay, I will give you one simple example. Uh, the material, what is the area? What is the area? How to calculate the area of a rectangle? Rectangle box, square box, square box, circular box, circular box. Okay, now I will ask question. Aishwarya, what is the length? What is the area of a rectangle?
Yes, sir.
What is the area of a rectangle?
Length into width.
Oh, great. Assume that I'm having the value length is 5, sorry, length is 10, and breadth is 5. Is going to be 50 mm square. And square, let us take a width of 5 mm. 5 into 5. See, yeah, what is the area of a square?
A square.
A square? A square or 4a or 2a? A square, no?
2A, sir.
2a square.
A square, sir.
See, you got
Area?
a square, no?
Yes, sir.
25. What is the area of a circle?
2 pi r.
Pi, okay, pi by 4 d square, right?
Pi r square.
Pi r square, sir.
So pi is nothing but 3.5 by 4. What is not taking? So pi by 4 into d. I'm taking the time plus pi, okay? 25. 5 into 5. Okay. Now, if I want to select a material considering the rectangle, square, or circle, which is the least minimum cost required to manufacture the box? Is it a rectangular box or square box or circular box? See, obviously I will go with the circular box, okay, or a circle, because it is going to consume less area, right? When I say it is going to consume less area, what is the formula for volume? Again, length into breadth into height. Here again, area into, again you have, anyway, the volume is also a part of, you have the area as one of the factor. See, when the volume is getting increased, which is nothing but your material is also going to get increased, which means the weight of the material or the per gram what I was telling, right? This cost will get increased. So by selecting the circular shape, I can reduce the material cost. This is where the cost comes into the picture. This is where you can go for a idea generation as well. So I can select material cost can be reduced in this way. Next one can be the labor cost. Okay. See the labor cost here is we are all in Bangalore, okay, where the rent and the expenditure is slightly higher when compared to some of the places in Karnataka. You can take any places. There are a lot of places in Karnataka where the labor cost is lesser than the places like metropolitan cities. And you can feel the difference in the labor cost. Okay, so last week I was explaining you about the cost involved for labor. What is the per hour cost? Okay, it will vary. So in Bangalore it can be 200 rupees, whereas same when the labor is there in some other places, it can be even 75 rupees also. Okay, it also depends on the location as well, labor cost. And what are the other things? Assembly cost. This is what very important, assembly cost or assembly cost. Suppose if you take a vehicle, first thing is material cost. Okay, what is the cost? You are not going to manufacture all the parts inside your own company. So you get the engine from somewhere, you get transmission from somewhere, you get tires from somewhere, seats, doors. What you're doing is you're doing only the assembly. Okay, so you have the cost for assembly also. It's nothing but the manufacturing cost. Okay, manufacturing cost is nothing but all this one, but it is nothing but the assembly cost. And you also have the process cost. Okay, suppose if you want to do the heat treatment to increase the hardness of the product, even that also needs to add it here. You know what is the meaning? Why you need to have the heat treatment? Sandhya, can you tell why we need to have the heat treatment? Somebody else, Nidhi, why we need to have?
What is the question? Sorry.
Why we need to do the heat treatment for a product basically? Heat treatment. Why we need to do the heat treatment? What is the function of a heat treatment? You have materials, right? Different materials you have. Why?
To strengthen the material or a structure, sir.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You're right. Which means to increase hardness basically.
So for cooling the process.
Yeah, even you have the different stages in the heat treatment, but basically you need to have hardness to increase the hardness. Basically, you need to do the heat treatment, right? For doing the heat treatment, the cost will also get added, right? So that cost is nothing but a process cost. Or if you are going for a painting, or if you are going for a coating, why you need to have the coating? To prevent corrosion, right? That is again going to be the process cost. Or if you're going for a drilling, or if you're going for a grinding, if you're going for a machining, if you're going for a turning, again the cost is there. Okay, these are the process costs. So like this, you need to do the calculation, and finally you will tell what is the overall cost, which is nothing but the manufacturing cost. and then afterwards, then you have the shipment cost. Okay, so you also have the packaging cost also, right? So suppose after I manufacture the phone, I will be packaging it. I will be packing it, right? Packaging costs. Packaging cost. A is nothing but manufacturing cost, B is nothing but packaging cost, and C is nothing but one cost. So when you add all these things, you get the overall cost of the product. But again, this is you have one more cost added. It is nothing. It is not a selling price. It is the cost price, and you have the selling price where the company they will be adding some percentage of the profit. It can be 8 to 10%, 8 to 15% profit they will be adding. Okay, and they will be adding some profit, and they will be selling it to the selling price. Suppose when I say the laptop price is going to be Apple laptop price is 1,50,000. What is the cost? It can be 15% of this. So it means this into 0.5 can be the profit. So you can say the cost. See, what is the original cost price? What is the original manufacture? What is the original price? Market price. It is the market price. No, this is the cost price. Okay, and the selling price is nothing but the market price. What is being sold in the market. Basically, this minus this. Okay, see the original manufacturing cost or the including shipment everything for a laptop is going to be 1,27,500. But the profit here is 22,500. Okay, this is the selling price. See, no company will compromise on the profit, but what they can compromise is they can try to reduce the process cost or any cost they can reduce here, so that they can reduce the cost price here, so that they can also reduce the selling price here. Okay, so this is where you need to do some work basically. Okay, thank you, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Now, what we can do is we can take some part, and you can work accordingly.
So for fire alarm system, we should do all these tasks.
Yeah, maybe you can do that one. Maybe we can see what is the cost involved for a fire alarm system. Yeah, we can plan that one also. But I will just see what is the cost involved. Just a second. What is your interest like? Which one you want to take?
So we'll first learn to find how to find the cost.
Yeah. See, fire alarm control cost. It's slightly on the higher side. Smoke detectors it's having 700 rupees. Even it is also having with the 10,000 rupees also. So you see, or even you can take some simple product also. Okay. You try to you try to take some part. Even if you can buy that in Flipkart or Amazon. Okay, and we can do that here on ourselves, and we can see how it is there. Okay, and we can generate ideas. Okay, let us see which one we can take, or even we no need to do it here on, or even you can use even for fire alarm system. What you can do is you can understand. Uh, you can use the internet and you can understand how it is being used, what are different part, what is the function. Okay, this alone you can do, but yeah, this tear down for this you need to have to do some physical work, but at least for this you can understand, right? 1 to 5 you can do it with the help of internet, and after 6 to 11 it involves a lot of the practical experience, but at least you can do 1 to 5. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other doubt you have? Any other doubt you have? You knew about the product. You can take see product. We can discuss later, no problem. But you see which one we have. That I will tell you the product later. But you don't do, see. You know, see what is important is you understand the concept first. Then you go for a project. Don't directly go for a project first. Okay. Even it's good that you came out of the chopping board. Okay, because first you have to understand, then you go with the thing. Okay. Yeah. See, even a vehicle, laptop, mobile phone, it is lot of steady. Okay, simply we cannot see. I'm just telling you just I'm telling in oral, but when it comes to the project, it needs lot of work. Okay, so that's why first you will try to understand how the structure of this value engineering approach. Then we can go for the product. Okay, yeah, you can take any product as per your choice, but I would like to give some home appliances like fire alarm. Even we can take some of the personal protective equipment also, PPE, like you have helmet, you have uh, goggles, okay, you have N95 mask is used as a personal protective equipment in many industries. Even you have safety shoes, right? Safety shoes. So for this also you can do uh, some of the ideas. Okay, you try to understand the product. So try to understand how it works. Okay, when you take goggles, you have the glass, you have the frame, you have what is the material, what is the best, how you can reduce the cost. Okay, you have when you take a mask, what is the material. Okay, like this you can do some analysis. Okay, so we can take like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this top 5 we can take, and we will see. Um, we can do some of the work actually in this. Okay, you no need to worry about time. See, it is. We will take, okay. So it's not that the internship which just 1 month alone. It's okay. Yeah, what I want is I want to I want you all to go in depth. Not just we don't think this as internship. We just think this as an opportunity for you to showcase yourself or to learn more about practically more of practical ability. Okay. Um, you take something and then you go in depth. Okay. By understanding what is the application, what is the different thing, what is the function, the working principle, who are there in the market. See, there are many market players will be there. Okay, like this, you can look into it. Okay. Any other doubt as of now? I will share this Excel sheet. Okay. Thank you and thanks a lot. We will see next week. The Wednesday. Every week, Wednesday and Saturday we can have. And before you go, come to the next class or means next session, you take any one. You will see. What I want to understand is you have to explain me what is the application of this fire alarm system part, or different parts, different functions. Okay. The top five you explain me for all this one, for all this five. Okay. Next, next we can go for some height agent. Then we can see. For this 5, you have 7 people, no? So each one have to take one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you can take another. Okay. But you discuss among yourself and you come up with some other plan. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And yeah, even if I will try to give some 2 more also: fire alarm, smoke detector, and what else?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.